Happy Thursday, Stampers and Paper Crafters. This is Facebook Live number 482. It is Thursday, April 23rd, 2026. My name is Joy Borwedge, and I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. I live in Burnsville, Minnesota, and I have been a demonstrator since August of 1999. The twins are really sucking tonight, and they did yesterday too. Not a happy camper. But anyways, I got 2 boxes for you tonight. One of them we'll have to open and play with, and the other one we'll just have to see what's inside because I don't remember what I ordered. All right, so I'm going to put you down at the table in just a second. If you get motion sickness or anything like that, look away and I'll let you know when I am done messing around with camera. So hold on. So hopefully you are having a good week. As I said, it is Thursday, and hi, Tina, I see you. All right, so I'm going to loosen up the camera, and my camera was at 15%, so if you see a cord, it's because I had to plug the little puppy in, otherwise it would probably black out on me. All right. Happy Thursday. How are you doing? All right, let's put some light on the subject because last time I kind of forgot to do that until like the end of the video. All right, so let's do that. Squish in just a little bit. Woo, that's a lot. Okay, I guess I can work with that. Well, now a little tiny bit. Just ease out just a tiny bit. Okay, because I want you to see what I'm gonna actually do, and so let's hide the cord so that doesn't get in my way. I guess that's good. Okay, so my name is Joy Borwedge, and I have an Instagram page at Stampin' for Joy. My YouTube page is Joy A. Borwedge. My online store is stampinforjoy.stampinup.net. PenguinZ33@outlook.com is my email address. So if you are local and would like to learn about Stampin' Up! Specials that are, I should say, pop-up specials, because they don't really give us a lot of time. And so if you want to learn about those, Pauline, welcome. I see you. And then PenguinZ33@outlook.com is also for if you don't have a demonstrator that you're working with and would like a new catalog, I can ship one out to you. Now, this is mine. So if you've been a customer of mine since August of 2025 through March of 2026, I sent you a catalog. So for me, I like to do, I like to do a year. However, if you don't place orders with me, then you're going to kind of fall off my list because it doesn't show up. So place your orders with me and then in my online store, and then you'll automatically get a catalog when those are out to you. Also, that email is for, and so when I do stamp camps, you can get invites. And so that would be good if you were in town. And I live in Burnsville, Minnesota, and that's a suburb of, I would say, we're south of Minneapolis. And let's see, kind of surrounded by Bloomington and Lakeville and Rosemount and Prior Lake and Shakopee, kind of south of 494. So if you know where that is, then I'm not too far from there. Okay, and then also I have a Facebook page at Stampin'. Thank you, Pauline. That's very sweet of you. Stampin' for Joy. So what happens is I'm on my Facebook page, Joy Borwedge, and I do the Facebook Live. And then I take that video and I download it to my YouTube page as well as my Stampin' for Joy page. Then I take tonight's project or projects, depends on what they are, and then I post a picture on my Instagram page, hashtag, which is 482, because that's how many Facebook Lives I've done. And then, so if you see on Pinterest or let's see, on any of Facebook, hashtag number 482, and then you go to my Facebook or my Instagram page and you see maybe that it's past 30 days, that means it's only going to be on my YouTube page, because Facebook deletes them after 30 days. So I try to make it so that you get a chance to see them. So upcoming, I have a Stampin' event with my friends on Saturday, July 18th. So if you are available in person to come to this event, it's in Highland Park, St. Paul. It's been there for, I don't know, the last how many years. And we do 16 cards, and there's also a ton of retired Stampin' Up! Product sold for a discount. So what I like to do with my retired product is buy a new stuff. So that's how we work with that. So go to thestampinevent.com and register. That's your birthday? Wow. That is very sweet. I know, Pauline, you do not live here in Minnesota. I don't remember where you live, but I know I've sent you some Facebook cards as a winner. So, yeah, the next one for our viral Stampin' event is going to be, oh, come on, the Post-it note is, hi, Rhonda, welcome. I've seen some really pretty pictures from your last outing on Facebook. Looks fun. So the virtualstampinevent.com, that's for anybody who lives in the 48 states that would like to have kits sent to them so that they can come together with us via Zoom, and we give you the link, and on Saturday, July 25th, we put those kits together. Now, how that works is we actually record videos. So Heidi records 4 videos, I record 4 videos. Northern Minnesota, yeah, so not too close to come to the Stampin' event, but you could do the virtual event if you want. And so we make 8 cards, 4 by Heidi and 4 by me. And so then what we do is we pick out stamp sets and we work with the dies, because we're not allowed to send you stamped images. And then you can finish the card off with whatever greetings you have that we provide the cardstock for. And then you can, you know, we do eventually tell you what stamp sets we're playing with, so that if you have them already, you can get them out and get them ready. And then this year might be a little different, so we'll talk about, I got to get to Heidi with that, and we'll talk about what we're doing. And so that's at thevirtualstampinevent.com. So I don't think registration's open for that yet, but it might be. You can always test it out if you want. All right, so a couple things coming up is, so this catalog is new. And as you could tell, I've tabbed my card, my catalog. I can't show you the inside, but I can show you my tabs. I do, let's see, paper, designer series paper, the color collections index, the tools and inks, adhesive, and embellishments. So I like to tab my catalog so that I can find them a lot quicker when I'm showing Facebook Lives. So that means that this starts May 5th. That's coming up in a couple weeks. So that means that this catalog and, oops, I lost my Post-it note. Get back here. I'm going to have to change my Post-it note for the virtual event because that's not working out right. And this catalog, so this is the annual catalog, and this is the mini catalog. These are coming to an end in a couple weeks. And so if you want something out of here and it's not moving over to the new catalog, so it's been put on the last chance list, go get it now, because a lot of things are disappearing quickly. And so Stampin' Up! Is taking these two catalogs and combining them into 3 separate catalogs yearly. So that way, you're not trying to figure out, okay, is it in the annual catalog? Is it in the online store? Or is it in the mini catalog? Where do I find, such and such? So Stampin' Up! Is making it a little easier. It's either in the catalog or it's in the online exclusives. So that's easier. Okay, now the online exclusives are, let's see, I can show you March. I can't show you May. May looks like this. You might have seen, wait, no. Yeah, May. Let's see, May's right here. May's underneath everything. So this is May. I can't show you inside, but I can show you March. And so what I've done is I've printed off the pages so that as a demonstrator, I can see where I've ordered products from, what I have, what I'm missing, or when it retires, how much did I pay for it? So I know how much to put it for discounted for the Stampin' events. So then that way we can sell our retired product. So that's what that looks like. And I also do the same thing. I tab those as well. I like to be organized, and sometimes it's a little bit more excruciating to some people I know, but you know what, too bad. I gotta find things where they're at. Okay, I'm gonna take a drink. It is very warm here in Minnesota right now. Yesterday, I think it was like 80 degrees. Today, it's humid. It's supposed to rain. I can't tell if it has rained yet. Oh, it looks like it's rained. And so it's humid. So my husband turned on the air conditioning, and I'm a little warm, so I have a fan blowing on me. Okay, so the product of the month is the Eyelet Bloom die. And what this is, it's a very cool die that gives you a lace-like texture in seconds. And so, I mean, there's a little bit of workaround with this. I hear that a dryer sheet is like a great tool that helps you have all the little pricklies out of there. So what that is, it's April, and so May is going to be a different product of the month. We've had designer series paper. We've had a stamp set. So we've had, let's see, this is a die. So what Stampin' Up! Is doing is each month it's going to be something new. And you'll see a banner across your screen once you've reached the qualifying order. And I'll say, hey, would you like to purchase this for only $5? And it's your choice. And so that is for April. Now, that's also until supplies run out. So if you have, a wish list, that's a good time to get it. And for only $5, getting a die, pretty cool. All right, so if you're into scrapbooking, Stampin' Up! Is putting on the virtual event, and this is the second virtual album retreat. Now, this one is called 2026 Virtual Album Retreat Happiness is Here Kit, which is 168051. And once you purchase that, you'll get an access to an exclusive link in Facebook. And now this is for April 29th, and it runs through May 1st. So right now it happens to be April 23rd. So this may or may not come to you in time. But that doesn't matter. Stampin' Up! Has it on an exclusive Facebook Live. It lives there for 30 days, and then it's going to go to an exclusive YouTube page. So you can put together your scrapbook kit along with the Stampin' Up! Staff that is putting this on at your leisure. So you can stop, rewind, pause, and it runs from 2 to 9 o'clock. And if you wanted to, you could just tune in, watch it while it's live, and then have your kit delivered to you, whether or not you have it already or not, and then put it together again at your leisure, and you might want to tweak it the way you want. All right, and so then I have kind of what they look like in the scrapbooking kits. And so these are... You're going to make 10 two-page spreads. And so there are tips and tricks to put these together. And there's also going to be a cutting videos. So you'll get your kit, you'll tune into the cutting video, and then they'll cut it with you. So then that way you're ready on April 29th, or when you're ready to start at your leisure to put those together. Also, Stampin' Up! Came out with 2 new kits at the beginning of the month. One is called Painted Skies Kit. Now, if you happen to like, and I can't get this any bigger than that, but if you like lighthouses, beach, waves, this is a really cool kit to get because you can put this together. It creates vibrant hand-painted style skies with scenes featuring lighthouses, palm trees, and rolling ocean waves as your artistic final focal points. Friendly greetings, gratitude themes, and celebratory sentiments add just the finishing touch to your projects. So that's going to make 9 cards, 3 of each design. So that's in the kit store. And then if you want to try scrapbooking, the Sunniest Stories scrapbooking kit. Now this might be something that you want to do with your grandkids or maybe your young kids. And then maybe put a scrapbook kit together with them. And then that way they can have fun with their pictures. And this makes 6 2-page scrapbook spreads. And it's going to be a 12 by 12 size. So it's not going to be 6 by 6. And let's see if I can get... So you could see a bigger picture of what it entails. Okay, so you guys want to see the box? All right, the first box that we're going to play with is, well, let's open this box. This is a Stampin' Up! Box, and like I said, I don't remember what I ordered, but I know that something from the Stampin' Event is in here. I was waiting on it because it was saying it took forever to order it. And this is the Delicate Whispers bundle. Okay. Now, I was only able to order the bundle. Let's see. Ooh, these are kind of cool. Neutral matte dots. They're, ooh, very nice. So it's going to be white, Secret Sea, Old Olive, and Basic Beige. And 1 set of the Designer Series paper and packs of white. So I got white cardstock and the Designer Series paper. Now, ooh, and Bert is like going, oh, you got a box. Go play in the box, Bert. Okay, so this is the Designer Series paper. And let's look at that quickly, just because the designer series paper that I wasn't able to get yet is the metallic. So we're going to take this piece out. This is kind of like almost like a fabric, and the other side is that. This is the reason why this, look at the bronze shimmer. Wow. This designer series paper, just the look of this made me want to get it. Whoops, I'm sorry, Bert, didn't mean to step on your tail. It means don't be underneath my feet. Okay, and then this piece is kind of like a marbled look, almost, kind of a whitewash. And, ooh, look at that. All bronze or copper. We'll have to show you. Well, look at that. Just beautiful. Okay. And then we'll take up, there's 12 pieces in here. 6 designs, 2 of each. That's pretty cool. And then the other side, oh, this is actually the one that I saw a card with. They either fussy cut that out or use the dies. Now, like I said, I don't know if what dies work with the set to cut out the designer series paper, but ooh, look at this one. Now, this one is stunning, and it doesn't have any of the foil with it, but look at that. This is Secret Sea, and these are little flowers and then some dots sporadically shown throughout. Oh my gosh, that is so pretty. As a person who used to have 12 gardens, I am so happy that I don't have to weed them anymore. But that's why whenever Stampin' Up! Comes out with a leafy set, oh, it's raining now, or a flowery set, I get it because I love them. Okay, this is really pretty. This would look like really cool as a wallpaper. But look at that. Wow, that is stunning. Okay, and is there one more? One more. Ooh, I like this one. I like it when Stampin' Up! Gives us something that we can work with that's for any occasion. So like this has a lot of greens in it. Maybe 2 different kinds, maybe 3. And then look at, wow, that is just absolutely gorgeous. And as you can tell, there's different shades of green in here. Basic beige, the new hydrangea hue, and Secret Sea. Wow, that's going to be a lot of fun. I think I might have to order more paper of that one. Okay, so that is part of the suite. Now this is a suite that is in the online exclusives. Now, if you went to punch in the suite number and it says not available, that means something in that suite is not available to order. So let's see here. Let me get out my March kit. Okay, so Delicate Dreams. So, oh yeah, and the ribbon. I ordered 2 of these. I don't know why. I ordered one extra, and then I kind of forgot the ribbon that goes with this. It's kind of like a, let's see if it calls it it's kind of like a tweed almost, I would say. Gray granite. That's all it says. It doesn't give us like a type. And it doesn't have any like metallicness to it, but I really like the subtleness of this color. But the Delicate Designs Designer Series paper, which is all copper, it's not there. It's not available. So that's the reason why I couldn't order the whole suite. And then it's either the dies or the Designer Series paper or the stamp set that keeps it going on back order. So I don't know which part it is, but I finally jumped on board and got it. So this is going to be part of the Stampin' event that of my stuff that I'm going to be featuring at that event. And then I'm also going to be featuring Rolling Waves, Moonlit Flora, and Help Me Grow. So now I got all my stuff. This is the box that we're going to play with, and I opened it up just quickly enough to see what this was. Now this is a Peaceful Pine Spot. So I'm not going to use that because I have the Peaceful Pine stamp pad. And let's open up what this is. Now this is a paper pumpkin. It is a subscription that comes to your mailbox every month. And it's okay. It says, Dad, Son, thanks, happy birthday. Older, wiser, better. I love that. You are a lifesaver, and you are an inspiration. Happy birthday, happy Father's Day. And so there is some type of squiggle, and then kind of like a cording almost, maybe, and some grass. So, ooh, you can make cattails because it looks like it's at the top there. You could see the cattail heads. I loved cattails when I was kids. Loved just watching the birds fly in and out. Now this comes to you, and it's kind of like you do get a sneak peek of what things look like, and a lot of the times, I should say most of the time, it's cards. And then sometimes there are 3D items. Could be home decor, items that you would give treats in. So like around Valentine's Day, you know, it could be cards, or actually that is crooked, so I'm just going to leave it straight. All right, and so this is how it's packed. So we can do, thanks, Dad, happy birthday, happy Father's Day. Ooh, I see the heart, thank you. So what we're going to do is we're going to open this up, and you know what, I think I'm going to make the whole kit. Normally, I do one of each and then pick the winners. Now, I'm thinking, hi, Barb. Now, as a person that does not have a father in her life, mine passed away a couple years ago. The guy that raised me, and he was my dad. I recently found out that the guy who raised me was not my. Thank you, Barb. You're so sweet. Well, you know, after works too. That's okay. This technology stuff does take me a while too, so it doesn't matter. Thank you. I appreciate you. So I'm wondering now if I'm going to do one card of each as a Facebook winner, okay? Do you want me to just do happy birthday, or do you think that maybe instead of doing Happy Father's Day, we could do Happy Birthday? Or we could, let's use the word older, wiser, better. You're a lifesaver and you're an inspiration, instead of Happy Father's Day. Because I would really, hate to send a card to somebody and they be in the same pictures I do, that does not have a father, and so they don't have somebody to send the card to. Now, maybe you have, I'm going to take off the flimsy plastic and I'm going to put it with the box so I don't lose it. So I kind of want to know what you guys think that are watching me. to give me your input so that when I put these cards together, I can make it a little bit more easier. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take out, these look like to me they might be rocks. And so I'm going to take these out. Now, these are mini dimensionals. I'm not going to use these because I already have dimensionals, and they have tear and tape in here. So I already have tear and tape. So I don't want to open up another pack. So I will use what I have. And so this is the embellishments that go with this kit. And let's see, this looks like it's going to be a part of something, so we're just going to put that there. Ooh, look at the envelopes. Now, sometimes the envelopes are different based upon what scene they're causing. Looks like all the envelopes are going to be the same. And sometimes just the flap is printed. Sometimes this part is imprinted. So Stampin' Up! Does it differently. So I'm just going to put those to the side. Ooh, look at that. Now, if you wanted to, you could go rogue, which means you could cut this down in half and use this for one card and then use this for another card, instead of folding this over and using this as the card, and then that's the back side. So that is one style of card. And so I'm just opening the kit as we're going, and I'm going to put these in sections. Ooh, look at that. Wood plank. So front and back are going to be the same. So that is one card. And when you do a kit, it's a lot easier to do all three of them together. And okay, so here are some die cuts that look like they're going to be for different cards. Again, some labels. These are die cuts. We'll probably end up stamping on those as well. Ooh, here is the third card. Oh, I love the color. 1, 2, and 3. So we now have the 3 card bases. Now these are scenes and dies that there's 3 of them here. So we'll end up punching them out. And here are some more dies that coordinate with the set. And I love it that Stampin' Up! Also gives us chipboards that we can use these for. I save these for projects, upcoming projects. I like to use those. And then, so here is the piece that goes with the stamp set, so you can see what it goes with, okay? And here are the instructions. So this is going to tell you your instructions, and it's done by pictures, so it's really done easily. And then this page, so here's card 1, card 2, and card 3. And then here is the piece that everything for card number 1 is here, everything for card number 2 is here, and card number 3 is here. And then on the back page, on here, it tells us that our kit components, we're going to make 9 cards, so it comes with 9 envelopes. And then your coordinating colors are Azure Afternoon, Balmy Blue, Cajun Craze, Crisp Cantaloupe, Gray Granite, Misty Moonlight, Old Olive, Peaceful Pine, Pecan Pie, Pool Party, Soft Seafoam, and Very Vanilla. So that means that I could actually use those cards, and then we could stamp something on the inside. So let's get to putting our card kits together. Now I'm going to open up to this page right here, and I'm going to get all parts of number 1 ready. So that looks like it is this one here. So what do you guys think? Do you think we should use make the cards greetings as is, or do you think we should do like happy birthday on all of them? So then that way, if you win a card and you don't have, say, your father's, not around, then maybe you can, send a happy birthday card to somebody of the outdoor type. Now, it could be a man or it could be a woman. It doesn't matter. I mean, I would love this card because I love nature. And so that's card number 1. And I'm actually, while I have my bone folder in my hand, I'm actually just going to crease these. So see what's going to happen. Birthday, Tina? Thank you for sharing, Barb. Okay, so if I didn't have my bone folder, this is what it does, okay? And so what I like to do is just crease that and give that a nice burnish so it hangs out and it stays, so it's easy to work with. So when you get a paper pumpkin kit sent to you, a bone folder is something that works really well with having a kit. And then now, when you order your first paper pumpkin, you're also going to get a block. And that helps you with putting the images on so that you can stamp with them. And I, as a paper crafter, have a lot of blocks. So I'm going to put the greetings, actually, Tina says to go with birthday on all of them so that, if it's your husband's birthday and you don't have kids, that means he's not a father, unless you have dogs or cats. I mean, you could be a dad dog, a dad. You could be a dad of doggies, you know what I mean? Or a dad of cats, You could be a cat dad. Okay, so now let's, so this is number 1. So let's put that in number 1's section. Number 2 happens to be the blue. And this that I took out goes with that kit. And then this is card number 3. Okay, so Fur Baby Dad, thank you. I was trying to figure out what to say, and I'm like going, words are hard sometimes. When you're trying to do things live on Facebook, or even if you know me in person, I don't, I have my own language. My friends call it Joy Speak. All right. I am drinking strawberry mango water, and it's really refreshing. Okay, so it looks like we need the cattails. So I'm just going to kind of work from, okay, let's put that a little bit more that way. So I'm going to kind of work from here so I don't miss anything. So I'm going to take that, and I'm going to grab my silicone craft sheet, and I'm going to put that stamp face down. And see, this is a new stamp, okay? And my glass mat, once I put pressure on it, it's sticky. So if I put it on my silicone craft sheet, it's not sticking to it. So let's grab this block. So I'm going to put pressure on it so it sticks, okay? And that's going to be for that. Then it needs, it looks like all of these. So, and I love it that Stampin' Up! Gives us extras so that if we make a boo-boo, then we have more. Now you can put these kits together you know, you and your girlfriend. Now, I might as well just, as I have this in my hand, I might as well just do this whole sheet, right? So let's see. This one, this green one, looks like it goes there. So might as well just do all of them. So you can get a bunch of kits together and have a girls' night out, put a bunch of cards together, and you can either A, follow the instructions as is, or you can do them the way you like. And I generally like to do them, follow the instructions, and I do go a little rogue, as what we demonstrators kind of call it, because I like to stamp the insides so that whoever wins the cards, they can have something on the inside once they put their sentiment in there. But we're going to do happy birthday. And so this way, if you have someone who is of the male persuasion, you could give them an outdoorsy card. Now, like I said, I wouldn't mind. And I have a friend, and she loves to go camping and hiking. And so her and her husband, okay, so it looks like this one has a flat edge and it has rounded corners. I would give this to her too for her birthday. So it doesn't matter if you're an outdoorsy person, this would be a great card. It doesn't matter. And I have a friend that loves to bike. Okay, so then now the rest of these look like they're, well, I think these four are the same and these are the same. So the ones with the rounded corners go on number 2. And I can't tell which one is bigger. Let me see if these are the same size. No, they are not the same size. But they do coordinate with the other 2 items that are the same size. So I'm just going to kind of guess as to which ones these go with. Because this piece right here and that piece right there looks the same size to me. Doesn't say anything on the back side. See, they look a lot. There's about 1/8 of an inch difference. So I just might put the smaller one with 1 and the bigger one with 3. Okay, we emptied out one more die cut. Now the fun one. Okay, so this one, we get 1. I wonder if we can do all of these at the same time. So there's 3 sheets and it all has the same thing. Let's try that. So then that way it just goes faster. Okay, so this big scene right here looks like it goes with number 2, all 3 of them there. The circle, you know, we'll be doing some Winkostella on that, goes to number 3. And the bicycle, let's see. So this is what assembly style card crafting is like. And it goes a lot easier when you're, and faster when you're not doing each piece at a time. Now this fishy goes with, whoops, number 1. And this is a plank of wood. So that goes with number 2. And the vest, the fishing vest, goes with card number 3. And the oars. Looks like both set of oars go with number 3. Okay. Yeah, the dock is really cute. All right. So let's go. Come on, come on, come on. the last one, wait, no, there's one more piece that we need to empty out. So all three of those got emptied out at the same time. And then, again, we have 3 pieces on here. So this looks like one of our die cuts that is from the Nature and Beauty. Wait, what's it called? Spotlight in Nature. Duh. Spotlight in Nature. So this one goes with card number 3. This one goes with card number 3. And this one goes with card number 1. So to my eye, I wonder if one of these is bigger. Nope. So it doesn't really matter. I have a larger piece because I'm assuming that this is going to go on here. I haven't looked at the instructions yet. So all I did was just take everything in the kit and put them either in kit number 3, kit number 2, and I should say card number 1, card number 2, and card number 3. And we're going to do happy birthday for all of them. And, okay. This squiggle right there that I called a squiggle, those are birds. So, we're going to put that, oops. We're going to move that up again because I need to put the rest of the stamps. So, these are birds that, you know, when you do the M, those are birds. That's what this is. Oh, that's funny. To me, it looked like a squiggle. So we're going to put that with number 1. And the grass, we got the grass, and we're going to do happy birthday. And so we're going to put that on a block as well. Now, it's because it's really new, it's clingy to me. So let's try that. Happy birthday. It's your party. We're going to party like it's your birthday. And I'm not going to say the rest of the words of the song. All right. So then there is kind of like a rope. All right. Kind of like an artistic thing that you... I'm going to make that flat so I could put a... Now, this block is not available anymore. Stampin' Up! Retired this block, which I don't know why, because we seem to have stamps that fit it. So, here, let's just do it the wrong way. Let's attach the block. The reason why I don't like doing that is because I don't want to change its... I want to make it, you know, straight. There we go. That's good enough for me. C is for cookie. That's good enough for me. All right, stamp, stamp. All right, what does that say? You're an inspiration. All right, happy birthday. You're an inspiration. Okay, we're going to do that. I like that. Okay, and then number 2, we're going to do the weeds and the birds and... older, wiser, better. I like that. There's a new stamp set that is in the new the new catalog, and I didn't get it yet. I'm thinking about it. Because the only stamp that I would be really, it says you're old. Because that is something that I could be, you know, my sarcasticness would be speaking out. You're old. So happy birthday, you're old. But anyways, it's like bruh, bro, dude. I think it's, you know, something about... So I don't remember what, but it's all men sayings. Okay, so birds, cattails... Looks like we're going to do birds and cattails on the inside of the card. And then the third one, you are a lifesaver. And then thanks. Well, that would be a good one. So we don't have to do happy birthday on that one. we could do "You're a Lifesaver," or let's just do a thanks. There we go. And then we don't have to put "You're a Lifesaver" because, well, yeah, let's do that. Let's use something from the kid. Why not? So we'll do 2 happy birthdays, and we'll do thank you. You're a lifesaver. And let's see. I'm certainly using a lot of those skinny blocks, but I own enough. And then thanks. We could put that on this one. Okay, so we got all the items on their blocks and ready to go. So let's go to card number 1. Hi, Stacy. Welcome. Okay, so one of the things that I like to do as a person that does paper crafting, I like to have my silicone craft sheet. Oh, man. Let's see. I forgot to change out my Stampin' Pearson mat. You need one of those because it helps with the stamped image. And I just use a piece of scrap paper that I'm going to use the other side. And that's something that I would normally put in the recycling bin, okay? So I might as well stamp on it and use it as background paper. And so one thing about having photopolymer stamps is that having this foam mat underneath it, it allows it to have a better stamped image. And that helps when anything is new as a photopolymer stamp. And it also helps any photopolymer stamp. Okay, so see, I just have a sheet that I could stamp on, and then I can put that in the recycling bin and feel like I got enough use of it. Okay, and then another thing I think a paper crafter needs is the Take Your Pick tool, the bone folder you already saw us use, and the pair of scissors. Sometimes they have ribbon or they have linen thread, so it's nice to have that. And your silicone craft sheet with this mat. So, and then also a Simply Chamois, and that's to clean your stamps. So that's what I like to have as a paper crafter available to me while I put these cards together. Okay, so we got number 1 out. We're going to put number 2 and its stamped image over here. So once we put together things, we could figure out what we're doing. Okay, so, and then the Take Your Pick tool. I always need, sometimes I use the putty part to lift pieces up because I don't have fingernails. I can't grab things. And the people poker. I always use those. Okay, so let's get going. So it says to stamp Father's Day, but we decided to do Happy Birthday. And, well, actually, let's see here. So we're going to take this, and we're going to face this 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then we're going to stamp this at the top and the bottom in Peaceful Pine. So I'm actually going to move this out of my way so that I could see better and maybe have you see better. And then I'm going to have our items to the card up here. So can you see that? Yep. And the Peaceful Pine, that is in the new magnetic, as you can see, that just moved. See how that moves? So your lid It just opens up like that, and it's easier to open. Okay, so I'm just going to put the instructions over here. So then that way I have more space to stamp with. Okay, so it looks like we're going to stamp this at the top and the bottom. And that's Peaceful Pine. And I'm moving this over to an area where my camera is in front of my face. Oops, see, I moved over a little bit, so I'm going to move over a little bit on this one, just so it looks like it's supposed to be that way. And we could put that at the bottom, and you might not even see that. You don't know. And then we'll put this a little bit, because I'm trying to do it through a camera. I'm surprised I'm not smearing this. Just stamp straight down. Oops, that one we're not using. That's a toss away. Okay. And you know what, I'm going to redo this. See, Stampin' Up! Also, you know, the cardstock is so nice that we can stamp on the back side and not see it through the other side. So that looks better. All right, so we're going to clean that off in just a moment. It wants us to do the happy birthday. And so we're going to do that right in the center. Okay, there we go. Yep, we're going to do that right in the center. And there we go. Okay, so 3 happy birthdays. Now, I'm not going to bother cleaning this one off because we're going to be using the happy birthday for card number 2, and then we'll do the thank you for card number 3. Did I put the thank you? Yep, thanks. Yep, it's thanks, not thank you. Okay, so then we stamped that, and then we're going to stamp, it looks like on here, we're going to stamp You're an Inspiration. So we're going to get those out. So now that we're done stamping, we're going to put those up here. And then we're going to do You're an Inspiration. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. And where'd it go? You're an Inspiration. I put that with the wrong card. Thanks. Okay. And now we're going to put that right in the center. Okay. Trying to make it so it's straight, and there we go. That's a lot better. And we'll weed out the ones we don't like, and you know, this is a handmade card. And just tap, tap, tap on the ink pad. Okay. And we'll get rid of this one. And we'll put these in our area that we have stamped. Okay, and on the front of the picture, we're going to add some grass to the front of this. So this is 1. Now I'm going to do 1, 2, and 3. And then we're going to go on the inside. 1, 2, and then 3. Okay, now we're done with that, but we're going to use this on card number 2, so we don't need to clean those off yet. And then it looks like we need to do birds over here. So 1, 2. We're doing something on the inside of the card, so then that way, when you win this card, there's something on the inside for you. So, oops, that one's a little, that'll be, it's a little smeary. Okay, so let's see if I can fix that. There's like a little double edge there because I kind of weeble wobbled. So I'm going to take a blend and fix that and see if I can make that look a little nicer. Because as somebody, see, now it doesn't look bad. As somebody who owns a lot of crafting supplies, of course I would have the new color in color blends. Okay, so then that is, oops, and I missed this one. All right, gotta open that up again, and we'll do the birdies on the outside. Okay, and did we do the inside? Yes, we did. Okay, so we got 3 birds all stamped inside, outside. Okay, and so now, oh, excuse me. Let's see, that is done. The birds are, I think, going to be used in the other ones, but I'm not sure. So don't worry about cleaning them. And, oh, that's the other one. You are a lifesaver. So yeah, we'll do that on the other card. Okay, so now we're going to put stuff together. So let's see. It's showing that we're going to put this upside down, and looks like we're going to be using a lot of dimensionals on them. So we're going to go 1, 2, and 3. And so this is assembly line. And then the fishies and the happy birthday. So we're going to put, I'm actually going to do this one piece at a time. And just because I feel like I have a lot of stuff here, and if I put dimensionals and sticky stuff on everything and then put it together, I'm not going to get rid of anything until I actually start applying. So I'm going to do this piece right here, and then I'm going to attach them to the card. And then I'm going to go to, I'll show you. Because to me, and I'm going to use large dimensionals, so I don't have to use a whole bunch of little ones, and then try to take the backings off of a whole bunch of little ones. Okay, so we're going to try to do this. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, and 4. I guess that's good, right? 4. Okay, because we want it. Number 1, I'm going to mail 1, or I'm going to pick a winner, 1 for each card. And then I'm going to send it to you. Hi, Carolyn. Welcome. And then it's going to have to, it's going to get mailed to you. And then you are going to have to mail it to somebody else. So it has to go through the mail 2 times. So I just want to make sure that I give enough proper stuff. Okay, so this one, we're just going to stab and grab the backings. Okay, so there's 4. Yes, it is a paper pumpkin. And it is called Lakeside Retreat. Oops. There we go. Lakeside Retreat. Okay. So, and this is supposed to be a Father's Day card, but what we're doing is we're going to make these 2 happy birthday cards, and then we're going to make the last one a thank you. Okay, so we're going to put this on here. Now, I I like to do a lot of my pieces like this on the sides, you know, facing this way to me, so then that way I can see that it's straight. All right, so the next one, we're just going to stab and grab those backings. And then we're going to turn this one sideways. And we're going to put that right there so that it's straight. All right. And so how I pick winners is if you do I'm going to move my garbage can. This is my garbage can. I do paper, recycling, and then I do anything that's garbage there, which is generally tape, backing, or dimensionals. But so if you want to get entered to win one of these cards, is all you have to do is do a thumbs up or a heart, you know, a thumbs up or a heart, and then that gets you entered into the drawing. And then if you leave a comment, all you have to do is say hi, or, you know, say, hey, this is my first time seeing you, or, wow, that's a cool kit. All right, so it looks like we're going to take the happy birthday, and we're going to put adhesive on the back side. Okay, so I'm going to use my Stampin' seal instead of the tear end tape that it gives you, just because it's going to go faster. So if you leave a comment, that gets you entered. And then if you share this video, then you get your name entered into the drawing as well. And you get, when you share it, you get entered 2 times. And so that helps me out. And there might be a person that is on your timeline that maybe paper crafting would be something that could give them a hobby. Or maybe they haven't touched their stuff in a long time, and seeing this video might inspire them to make a card and then mail a card. Happiness in the mail doesn't come very often. All right, so it looks like we're going to attach that to this, but it doesn't tell us to put any dimensionals on it. Oh, yes, it does. Okay, at the top. Okay, so what happens is, because this is raised, okay, we just put adhesive here, and then we put dimensionals on here. So we're going to put dimensionals on the upside down left side, okay? And like I said, I am just using large ones because I'm not putting a bunch of little ones on there. But I like to look at the instructions to kind of see where it goes, because there's been a lot of times where I have not put my dimensionals in the right spot, and then I have to rearrange. So, all right, so I used my Stampin' seal for the adhesive. So now what it's going to do is it's going to hang out here on the adhesive. All right, I want to make it straight. Okay, and then push. Whoa, I forgot to take the backings off. Duh. Okay, so just take the backings off. I'm doing all of them at the same time, because when you put these kits together, it's kind of made, you know, to, I mean, sure, you could do one card at a time if you wanted to, but like if you and a bunch of girls got together and you were going to do things without the kids, this would be kind of, you know, something fun. One person could, you know, read the instructions and then tell everybody, or you could completely go rogue and not put the cards together at all, like the pictures say, but, you know, it's your choice. But you could also do this with, your kids or your grandkids, or, if you've got an artistic child, no matter what age they are, that would be kind of fun too. All right, so the inspiration one, this one is going to go up above. So we're, again, going to do the same thing. We're going to put, as you read it, I'm putting it upside down, okay? So I know where to stick the dimensionals and where to put the adhesive. So the adhesive is going to go just right there. And then I'm just going to do one dimensional. And that's going to be kind of right in the center there so that it doesn't show. All right. And so stab and grab those backings. I don't like these backings all over the place, so I like to stab them and grab them and then put them in the trash. All right, so this goes right here so that it looks like you could see those pieces, right? So it looks like it's holding, like this is a plaque on the sign. So like it's hanging from it. Isn't that cute? So there we go. It's sticking to me. Stop it. Right, so we're going to put that right there. Oh, I see that heart. Thank you. Come on. Well, that one's there. That one's stuck. Yep. That one's not moving. There we go. And also, see, the backings are off and the tape is stuck and it lifts up off your silicone craft sheet. That's the reason why I love my silicone craft sheet. Okay, and then we put that there. And then, so those are all going. And then the fishy gets, why does the fishy go on there? Okay, so it looks like it's, the fishy goes on dimensionals on top, but I don't like putting dimensionals on dimensionals too much, but it wants us to do it, so we're going to do it. So we're just going to put one because we're using a large, and I don't like to, as I've said, I don't like to open up another pack of dimensionals when I have stuff opened already. Okay, I just find that, I think that's backwards. I think I'm actually going to put that, no, I'm going to change it up a little bit, and I'm going to put the dimensional on the opposite side. Come on, behave. Nope, you're not behaving, so we're just going to rip you off. There we go. And dimensional down, dimensional down. There we go, much better. Over there. All right. And, okay, take the backing off. And take the backing off. And take the backing off. And we're putting the fishy right up here. I like that better. Oops. And then we're going to put that right there. Now, it wants us to put 5 rocks on the front of the card. And it looks like it wants 3 big ones and 2 little ones. So, or, well, there's more flat and more odd shaped. So it wants us to have 3 odd shaped and 2 flat shaped. So I see which one works better. Ooh, that one does. Okay, so we're gonna do 1 down here and 1, 2, and then 1, and I'm going to move my rock around so that it goes differently, so it doesn't look like it's all the same. And then I'm going to flip this around because it's stuck. All right, there we go. And so that is our first set of cards. So we're going to do, come on, let's move. I talk to my stuff all the time. Come on, let's go. Now that you're on my silicone craft sheet, you are much better. All right, so one more. I'll put that one right there. And then one more. Right there. And then one right there. Oops. Come on, move it. When my husband and I would go for hikes, we would go around and go to different places like Gooseberry and like to the Arboretum or, to different trails. And when we lived at the house, we would pick up rocks. And so I have, Gooseberry Falls, and there's a place down south called Whitewater. And so on our hikes, we would pick up a couple rocks and we would bring them to the house and then use them in our gardening. And so when we moved to the apartment, I took some rocks with. Now I am going to use Wink of Stella, but I'm not going to necessarily go all out. Let's see here. I'm just going to shake a little bit. I'm going to take a little drink of my strawberry mango water. But in the apartment, I have used a couple of the rocks in my orchids to kind of make them so that when they grow, orchids don't go straight up and stuck to a stick, okay? Orchids lean. And so when they lean, I want to make sure that the pot doesn't go with it. And so I put a rock in their spot. Okay, see? A little bit of Wink of Stella. And then we'll do that on the inside. Now, if a man can't handle a little Wink of Stella, he doesn't deserve your handmade card. Now, if I was going rogue, I would make my cattails brown because that kind of bugs me, but you know what? I love this card. So, yeah, Carolyn, it's the Walmart brand, just like the Blackberry Lemonade water filler refill, water packet that when you come over it's the same. So I don't know if it's new or if I, missed it. So, but I like it. Very refreshing and light. But I wish it was like a lemonade, because then it would have that little pucker. But that's okay. I don't mind. And I know I need to come up with, maybe this weekend, I'll come up with an invite for a stamp camp. With the new catalog coming out. And it's only lasting, the catalog only lasts until August. And then we get a new catalog. And a lot of that product is going to be, like each catalog is going to contain what I call our let's see, kind of like our need to haves, your must haves. So like all the, the tools that, you have, the adhesives, the your basic building blocks. The family of colors are going to be in each one. Now, didn't that turn out pretty cool? I love it. I love the colors of that, and I like the rocks that are kind of shiny. Core product. Thank you. See, you know me so well that, when I get old and Alzheimer's, or things like that, you're going to have to, live with me so that you can help me complete sentences and find things that I forgot where I left them. Okay, so that's card number 1. And here is the envelope that's going to go with it. Like, so sweet. Okay, like I said, we are going to pick winners, one of each. Okay, so that's card number 1. Let's get on with card number 2. So we're going to take this, flip this over, and this one we're going to be using the bike, and it's going to say older, wiser, better. And so like I said, we're going to do happy birthday on it. Again, this one's supposed to be happy birthday, so I like that. Okay, so let's take all our parts and separate them so that when you put together your mass, when you're doing your assembly line, this way it's easier to grab everything all at once and follow the instructions, or not. Depends on what you want to do. Okay, so we're going to have the blue things and our striped card, and I'm going to put that right up there. Just too much stuff on my desk. I'm having a hard time. Ugh. I normally don't have stuff everywhere like this. It drives me crazy. Okay, so we are going to stamp happy birthday. So we're going to get out this, and looks like flat part faces up. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. And can we guess what color we're going to use? How about peaceful pine? And let's see, happy birthday went right here. So we're going to go happy birthday. I like the fact that the stamp has 2 different fonts on. I like it when they blend them together. Okay, so happy birthday. And that one looked like it had a fuzzy in it, so we're going to get rid of that one. Whoa, 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 whoa. All right, so we're going to put that away. And then the green thing, we're going to stamp. And that is going to say older, wiser, better. And we're going to put that in the center. Oh, that one's terrible. So now we're going to have to do good on everybody else. Ooh. Handmade card, people. Handmade card. And I won't send you the ugly ones. I joke with my friend Carolyn that I don't make ugly cards. They might be crooked, but they're not ugly. That one's going to be a little crooked, but that's okay. We'll just make sure that it does, it doesn't go on straight. And then it's supposed to look like that. There's a way around things. Okay, so we'll stick that in our stuff. Oh, looks like we're going to do birds again. And the grass. Okay, so we're supposed to stamp this. We're going to do the birds. And let's see if I can get all of these on here. No, I don't think I can. All right, so let's do the birds. So we're going to go, and that goes right here. So 1, 2, 3, and then we're going to do the inside of the card. Let's do the birds as well. So we'll go 1. And I'm just leaving it open because we're going to put cattails in there as well. Let's see here. I'm going to go 1 and birdies. Okay, so we got all the birds done. And then now we're going to do the tail, the cattails. So might as well do that. 1. Let's see. Down here. And up here. Okay, so that's 1. Down here. Up here. Down here. Up here. And then inside, and then inside. Got a little bit of green on the inside of that one, but you know what? That's okay. Hand stamped. We love it. Okay. So then, now we're done stamping. And so we'll get rid of this, and then we'll find our silicone craft sheet. And it wants us to put dimensionals on that. So let's go 1, 2, and a 3. And we're just going to put a, so you can see me do this. I mean, it's like no fun watching if it's not in camera, right? All right, so I'm just doing 5 because mine are bigger. They have little ones. 2, 3, 4, and 5. I am getting inky. I got a little green right there. All right. And then this one. Come on. Loosen up, baby, loosen up. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, so we got dimensionals on that. Now we're not, you know what, let's put them on the card, just because I don't have so much in front of me then. So we'll do stab and grab the backings, and that goes on the card, top and bottom equal, and the sides are left. So instead of having 3 of this taking up space, I'm going to make it just 3 of this rather than 3 of this and 3 of that. You see what I'm saying? I'm crowding less on my table, so I'm just kind of doing it one piece. Ooh, I missed that. All right, there we go. So, oh, I missed that one too. Stab it again. Yep, empty. Okay, and then lining this up. I like this color blue. It's very pretty. And one last one. And there we go. Okay, so we got 3 of our card bases ready. Then we are going to put adhesive on these. So we might as well just flip them over and just go whoop, 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 whoop. And, you know, craft noises are mandatory. All right, so this looks like it goes in the center of this. And no, it goes in the center between left and right, but top and bottom, it leaves about a 1/2 inch. Okay, so now this one's going to be next because it's on me. So that's the reason why I like to not have everything with the adhesive hanging around. I want to stick it on its card and get it out of my way. Okay, there we go. Then we got the bike. Let's do the bike next, because that is going to be part of the scene. And so we're going to put dimensionals on the bike. And so we're going to go with 1, 2, and 3. Now it wants you to put a bunch of little ones. There, you know, for me, I am trying to not take up your whole evening. I want you to enjoy some part of your evening, and go bed at a reasonable time. Okay, so then we're going to attach, and we're going to put the bike. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. I don't think I got those. Nope, got that one. All right, let's go back and get this one. 1, a 2, 3, and a 4. Okay, I think I got them all. All right, so then the bike is supposed to go kind of riding like that. Oh, that is so cute. Who do you know that likes to bike? I mean, who would you send this card to? Okay. Then we're going to put dimensionals on the happy birthday and then the older wiser. Now we're going to do the older wiser first and then we're going to do the happy birthday, because then that way we are setting ourselves up for satisfaction. All right, dimensionals are right here. So we're just going to do 2. 1 and 2. 3 and 4. It's top of the 8th. Twins are at 3. And the New York Mets are at 7. So it doesn't look like we're going to take the series on this one either. Grr. And these guys had 12. The New York Mets had 12 losses in a row. And we can't win 1. What does that tell you? I'm a Twins fan. Always a Twins fan. But sometimes I can be a happy Twins fan and a grumpy Twins fan. And it seems to be grumpy happens to be more so than happy. So, grr. All right, so older, wiser. And happy birthday. Might as well do the birthday too, because the birthday looks like it is hanging. I'm just going to put 1 on there. Where did that come from? 1. Okay. So we'll take those off. And then we'll stick that one right under there. So it looks kind of like it's hanging from that. And then we'll come back and put our rocks in. All right, so older, wiser, better. Oops. And not as straight. There we go. And right there. Happy birthday. See why I wanted to do this part first rather than putting the happy birthday on first and then trying to fit that in. Okay. Then it wants 3 rocks added. And so 2 flat ones and 1 whatever kind it, odd shaped. Let's see if that, no, I can't do that. It doesn't work. All right, so let's stab. Where did that go? Where did I flick that to? Is it under here? Oh, there it is, right there. I'm like, hey, knock it off. All right, 1 rock and 2 little ones, or 2. Does that work? No. Come on. I swear, these things are against me. All right. All right, there we go. There's 1 there. And There we go. There's one card. Oh, and where did the plank go? Okay. I'm going to have to look at the... Okay. Well then, there's this wooden plank. And so we're going to have to go in and put that. I mean, it doesn't, oh, I just can't read. See, it goes right down there at the bottom. I missed that. Well, seeing as how we already did that, we can put that on the inside of the card. We can put that. Nope, that doesn't work. That doesn't fly. That makes me grumpy now that I missed that. It's supposed to go in there. Well, I guess we're just going to have to stick it somewhere else. We're going to miss that. Son-in-law. Heidi? Who's Heidi? Oh, yes, definitely. Heidi would love this card. Oh, and yeah, okay, now I get what you guys are saying. Like, duh. We're going to miss the plank, so we'll stick that maybe on the second card. Okay, yeah, Heidi would definitely... she's the demonstrator that is in charge of the event. And so Heidi is very much a bike rider. Yeah, this would be perfect for her. Right. Okay, and so our odd size rock goes right there. So then, let's see, this one. There we go. One. What? Twins tied it up? No way. Wow. Thank you for that happiness. Whew. Yeah, I have it on mute. So I can, peek to my left and while I'm struggling with these freaking rocks. All right, so now we're going to add, thank you very much, Tina. That makes me happy. You better not lose this. I mean, it'd be nice to come back and do it. All right, so let's see. I think we'll do the birds again. And we'll do the... I mean, whoever wins this card and then you send it to somebody, that person's not going to miss that plank. Oops. Yeah, I intended to do that. No, not really. I just totally and completely missed it in the instructions. All right, and then we'll go back in and do the inside stuff. I'm not having to clear it out because it's all the same color. So are you guys crafting this weekend? As today is Thursday, so hopefully you'll be able to do something fun. Right. I want to plan my cards for my stamp camp. Now that I got all my... Ooh, and I got I can do a flyby of one of the cards that we'll be doing at the event. Okay, and the last one Okay, so this is card number 2. Ooh, reorganizing your craft room. I love it. Yes. Okay, so this is card number 2. And we have card number 3 coming right up. Okay. So this is, it says thanks, Dad. So we're just going to do a thanks card. We're not going to put Dad in there just because we want to make sure that if you don't have a dad, then that way you'll be, you can send this card to anybody as a thank you. And then it says, you're an, let's see, for 3, we'll do thanks. You're a lifesaver. And so we got blue pieces, we have brown circles, we have oars, we have a vest, and a cabin. I love the cabin. And then this we're supposed to stamp on. And here's the card part. Okay, so okay. All right, thanks, Dad goes on this piece right here. And we'll grab the, we're going to do it this way. And, well, no, never mind. We have to do it this way. Sorry. Okay, so we're supposed to stamp kind of like that roping thing. Let's see. Better not put that there, otherwise I'll miss that. Okay, so the rope goes at the top and at the bottom. So I'm going to put that a little bit more, not too close to the top, because I kind of want to take up some space. Oops. Because this is supposed to say thanks, Dad, but we're just doing thanks. So, and like I said, if I make a boo-boo, we'll take the least pretty one, least straight one. So far it's that one. And get rid of it. Yeah, we'll get rid of that one. Okay, so then we're going to do thanks. Tap, tap, tap. No squishing, because it's felt. Smack dab in the middle. There we go. Okay. Then we are doing, you know what, I'm just going to, while this is here, I am going to add the adhesive to the back and put them on this sign. Just so it's one less thing that is on my table. Now it's 2 things into 1. So that's my thought process right there. You don't have to like it. You don't have to do it if you don't wanna. Now this one is going to say you're a lifesaver, but it needs to be over to the left a little bit more. So that's the reason why I'm not going to be stamping it straight in the middle. Okay. Oops, that one's, well, I guess that one's more straight than the other ones were. Ah, darn it, that moved. Do, in the garbage you go. Okay, so then we're using these. Okay. All right, I'm actually going to grab this circle, and we're going to use that as kind of an idea as to where to stick stuff, okay? Because we're supposed to have this hang out here and have this hang out here, okay? So I just want to make sure that I'm in kind of the realm of things. Oops. Kind of, it's going to get covered up by stuff. Okay, so, and seeing as how we have this in our hands, we're going to put the grass over here. Might as well get all the stamping done in one spot, right? Okay, and it doesn't say to have birds in here, so that's why I am just going to leave the birds out of this one. Okay, so then fold that over. All right, so now we have our card bases stamped on. I am actually going to do kind of pieces. So this piece is going to be adhered to the circle. So we're just going to put that in the circle. And then we're going to flip that over and we're going to put that on dimensionals. So we're going to kind of do that. Okay. So then we're going to do dimensionals. And my people poker. Oh. So we're going to do 1. Oops, that stuck to me. 1, 2, and 3. 1. Okay, and I'm going to grab my adhesive scissors. And I'm going to cut my outside edges. Oh, there's one more stuck into the corner there I missed. I never grab a new pack until my outside layers, my outside edges are used up, because otherwise I would be stuck with a whole bunch of outside edges. And so I've always made myself that rule, is I will not grab a new pack until I finish this. Okay, so then we're going to stick that down on the card. So we're going to do one at a time. So we're going to stab, stab, and stab. And then we're going to stick that right here. Okay. So stab, stab, and stab. One more. There we go. And grab that and stick that right there. And one more. Hi, Sherry. Welcome. We're on our third card. You haven't... you can go back and watch the replay, but you haven't missed the flyby of one of the cards that I designed for the event. Okay, so this says you're a lifesaver. This one gets the adhesive, and oops, I missed. That's one thing I like about having my silicone craft sheet, is that I'm not getting my Glass Mat Studio all sticky. Okay, so that's going to go like down here, and there we go, just like that. So we're putting these all together, kind of straight. Yeah, I know. It's a paper pumpkin, and it is called Lakeside Retreat. So you'll get a chance to win one of these. Okay. And I'll show you all our other cards. And then in the beginning of the event, or in the beginning of this, I showed my box of the stuff that I... Ah, man, it's now 10 to 7. Ah, bottom of the 8th. Gosh darn it. All right. All right, so this is kind of like the same thing that we did before. It's going to have adhesive on the top and a dimensional on the bottom. Okay, so this is going to be kind of like a sign. So it's going to stick on there. And then we'll do the dimensional right there. But I just got in the mail, I got my last order that I was waiting. When you want something from Stampin' Up! And it's not available, okay, it says not orderable or not available. That means that it's going to be coming, and you can sign up. Oops, I don't want to cover up my greens that I just did that. Okay, and then you can sign up so that when it comes available, you'll get an email saying, hey, the item that you are looking for is back in stock. And so I had to do that. And I'm so glad that they have, added that, so that you don't have to keep on checking. Is it in stock yet? Is it, is it available yet? Okay, so the vests get a dimensional, and so do the oars. Okay, so the oars, each card gets 2. So it looks like So I'm actually going to cut these in a smaller bits. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, cool. All right, so we're going to go with ones I didn't cut, right? No. Come on. So, get back up there. This one, and this one, and that one. Okay. Then, we're supposed to do a little tiny bit of adhesive right there. Okay, so let's stab and grab those backings. 2, 3, 4. Okay, so we're going to take this and cross them like that. One's a little bit longer, and then we're going to stick that. See, this brown circle is raised, okay? Oh, and it's going to cover up. I don't want to cover up my my weeds. I'm going to do that. That'll work. That will work. And then this is supposed to come right there as well. So we're going to put, we'll just put these upside down, and we'll not do that yet. But we'll just get all our oars, right? That's what these are called, oars. All right. So then we're going to stick that right there. And then that one right there. And then these right there. And then our vests. Okay. So our vests are going to go right there. So I'm going to put a dimensional down. Yep, I have to cut that one. All right. And I'm going to cut that one. All right, so we're going to put a dimensional down at the bottom of the vest. And then adhesive, little seal at the top. Okay, and then stab and grab those backings. Oh, that adhesive is just like sticky. Okay, and then I'll put that right there. And right there. Okay. And where are we? Looks like we're not going to need any rocks on this one. But I got leftover rocks. We can do, how about on the inside of the card, we put one on each side. I think that will look nice. Come on. Bad rock. No. There we go. 1 and 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. I have not yet drawn blood for my people poker, but these little rocks are making me scared like I'm gonna. All right, let's get this over to the side of the table. There we go. That works better. See, me and my table, or my glass mat studio, right at the edge, I am using that to help me bend down so that I can grab that off my... There we go. So, I mean, like, how flippin' cute is that? All right, so let's get the Winkostella. Top of the ninth, 10-7. Looks like we do not have a chance. Okay, so that's one. Number 2 and number 3. Okay, so I'm going to clean off my Winkostella because we're done coloring stuff. And okay, so this is card number 3. And let's clear up our space just a little bit because we're going to have to get everything, all these things on here. But I want to clean off the stamps first because when I stamp, I like to get the ink off my photopolymer as soon as possible. And the reason for that is because it stains, and I do sell my retired stamps. And so I would like them to go to a home as nice as possible. And I guess this Peaceful Pine color doesn't stain the rubber like other cards. Okay. So, again, this is card number 3. And so let me grab an envelope so you could see what that's going to look like. Okay. And then card number 2. I'll grab that envelope. And then card number 1. All right, I already have an envelope there. Duh. Like, why did I have an envelope there? Okay, so you can see these. Kimberly, hi, welcome. Okay, so this is a paper pumpkin kit, okay? And so it makes 9 cards. And so we got 3, 6, and 9. I'm going to draw a winner, 1 each. And so if your name gets picked for number 1, I am not going to pick you for number 2 or number 3. I take that name out. Okay, so I want everybody to get a chance to win a card. And like I said, this is a paper pumpkin. And this is called Lakeside Retreat. So if you want to get a chance to enter to win, do a thumbs up or a heart. That gets you entered. Leave a comment. That gets you entered. And if you share this on your timeline, you get entered 2 times. So that helps me out. And we featured the Peaceful Pine. That is a new in color available to customers May 5th. Now, which one do you guys like the best? Do you like number 1, number 2 or number 3? Which one? I'm just going to take a drink here. All right. So while you guys are voting, I am going to do a flyby of the card that I am. You like number 3? Okay. Number 2. All right. And okay. So, it's now 8-10. We got in a run. And woohoo! Great. Way to go. Okay. So anyways, I'm watching, you like number 2. Okay. So number 3. So what we're going to do is I'm going to show you one of the cards. Now it's a fun fold. And as I said, it's a flyby. So I'm not going to stop and show you what it looks like. I'm just going to go using the new Sweet collection called Moonlit Flora. And that is going to be a card you will get to make at the Stampin' event in July, the in-person event. So I'm going to do that again. Oh, number 1. Good. Here we go. There is the flyby. So that, hopefully you were paying attention. So, good. No, the idea is fast. I could have gone faster, but I gave you 2 flybys. The idea is just to kind of give you an idea of what might be going on coming in July. Go, 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 go. Okay. I'm sorry. All right, guys. I want to say thank you very much. Ooh, thank you for the heart. I appreciate that. I appreciate you guys joining me on Thursdays after 5 o'clock and Sundays after 5. And I even appreciate you coming and watching the replays and leaving comments. And it just makes me happy that you guys, the content that I do put out is interesting enough that you come back. And then I get to send you happy mail if you win. I did send out a good chunk the other day, so hopefully if you have watched past Facebook Lives, you got entered to win, and so I sent out a bunch. Now, I like to take as long as possible, so a Facebook Live has 30 days to live on Facebook, and then they take it down. So I like to give as many people as possible a chance to watch that Facebook Live, so then that way they get a chance. So if you share this on your timeline, whoever else watches it, I want them to get a chance to win as well. And I even posted a picture of a card. Thank you. I'm glad you got it, Tina. Thank you very much. And I'm sorry that set's going away, that bundle. So, like I said, I take pictures of the projects, and I actually do put it on my Instagram page, and then it shows up on my Joy Borwich Facebook page, and then I download the picture also on my Stampin' for Joy page, and it does have hashtag numbers. So if you notice, darn it, we lost 2 games in a row, yay. So we'll get a chance to, see them get a chance to go, oh, hey, I see that picture. I notice that it's within 30 days. I better go like that, or I better, on the video, because if you like the picture, that doesn't mean you're going to get entered to win. You got to like the video. So guys, thank you for hanging out with me on a Thursday evening. I appreciate it. I look forward to seeing you on Sunday, and happy stamping.